I'm Leslie.
And I'm Shelly.
And we are Sisters in Ebert. Welcome back for another Movie Monday.
Happy summer.
Yay!
Summer vacation time.
Yay! Get away to the cabin.
Woo.
In the great outdoors in 1988. Sorry, 1988. Yes. John Candy and Dan Aykroyd.
And this is not summer movies.
No.
We saw this when we were young. Pretty young.
This might be summer movies.
I think
because I think we watched it again in summer movies unedited, like the whole thing.
Oh.
I think we were only shown scenes previously.
Well, summer movies.
Let's call it. Yep.
There it is.
Summer movies. So this will be subject to our squirrel rating, which if you're not privy to our channel, you're just stumbling upon it.
Welcome.
Yes, welcome. Our summer, we had a couple summers. We call it the summer of movies.
There was one particular summer.
Yeah, that was very heavy on movies.
Our dad showed us every single movie he thought was,
like that he loved.
Yeah, that was just amazing.
On his home collection.
Sometimes we agreed, sometimes we did not. And then this trickled into many, many, many more summers and winters and falls.
And it happened like my early high school. You were probably still middle school.
Yeah, I think it was 8th grade going to 9th grade.
Okay, yeah.
I don't remember.
No, I think you were, because you were, I was a senior when you were 9th grade, so you would have been younger, because I think I was like around 16. Okay. Anyways, this will be subject to our squirrel rating, which when we used to watch movies, if a movie was uncomfortable or boring or awkward, we sat directly in front of a glass sliding door to our wooded backyard where we would watch the squirrels instead, the second feature.
Yes, so if a movie was not catching our fancy, we would stare at the squirrels.
Or if there was an uncomfortable scene you don't want to watch with your parents.
Yeah, you just turn away from the TV and stare at the squirrels.
So the higher the squirrel rating, the more boring or disliked or awkward.
Because we saw a lot of squirrels.
We saw a lot of squirrels. So if it's a low squirrel rating, we loved it.
That's a good movie.
Yeah. So this is The Great Outdoors, which I think we watched scenes. Like, my dad would sometimes show us scenes like when we were growing up. Funny stuff.
Yeah, that kids would like.
Yeah, and then when we got older, we were finally allowed to watch the whole thing.
The unedited version.
So we open up to the family driving through the mountains to Yakety Yak, Don't Talk Back.
And they're just having such a good
time.
They're singing.
Two teenage sons and a mom and dad, and they're just happy. It's not even like the Griswolds where the kids are checked out on the
they're all participating. This is John Candy's family.
Yep, John Candy's family. And the family arrives to the resort, in quotes I put, and all four slam the car doors on trees in the parking lot.
Yeah, they open up and right into the tree.
And, hey, trees in the parking lot. Look at that. So Dad remarks, who is Chet, that's John Candy, excuse me. He remarks that it hasn't changed, and Mom remarks, thought they would have made some improvements. Yeah. Mom and Dad honeymooned here.
Yes. Well, I think he was coming as a kid, too, didn't he? He came with his dad.
I think so.
Because his dad tells him the story, then. Yeah. Yes.
So we cut to Roman 1, which is also driving up. Another car driving up.
Yeah, his license plate. Roman 1.
And this is Dan Aykroyd's vehicle. We're back to the lobby where there's a shotgun lamp. And then a horn where it says for prompt service blow me.
And he just picks it up.
Okay. Yeah.
It's very different times. Yes. Like, no one would be putting an out on this thing now.
So there's a dog behind the counter and he goes nuts. And he loves porcupines but hates people, or he's got quills all over him because he loves porcupines, hates people, and he's in heat too. So he's just
this is a very pleasant animal here.
So they fixed up the cabin that John Candy's family is in.
Like, we put almost $300.
They put almost $300 into it, not even counting what they spent on Lysol. It's called the Coon's Nest, or the Loon's Nest. It was not the Raccoon's Nest, the Loon's Nest.
Okay.
My L looked like a C. I'm sorry. And mutters, but you could get the shits from the well water as he walks away.
But they're like, what's that?
Oh, nothing. But he warned them. Yeah. So they're bragging about, like, apparently this cabin was really run down because people had come and hunted there, and it was
they were fishing. It was like a fishing party.
Yeah, and it was like they wrecked the place.
Yeah, they were finding fish everywhere. It was in every cabin. Like, you caught all these fish. Why don't you take them with you?
I know. So Roman 1 arrives to surprise Chet and Connie. And we have another Connie in this movie. A couple of weeks ago we had Independence Day with a Connie. And this one is Chet and Connie. Connie is cleaning because she can't seem to relax in filth.
I agree.
I agree too. Chet is getting frisky with Connie. And the boys are out like exploring.
Yeah, they're out.
Yeah. Roman walks in with a video camera and his whole family, and it's a giant video camera.
Slicked back hair.
Yep. The one with a whole VHS in it.
Yeah, up on his shoulder.
Yep. And Roman and the family are going to stay for the whole week, and he doesn't see beautiful country. He sees underdeveloped wasteland. Mm-hmm. So Roman is Connie's brother, right?
I didn't know. I couldn't figure out what.
No. Connie
sisters.
Yeah. So he's Chet, her brother-in-law. Yeah. So that's
both of their brother-in-law.
Yeah. So Chet and Roman are brother-in-laws. They both married these sisters.
Yes.
Okay. So Roman says that Chet's gonna get hot dogs ready for dinner that night, and Chet says no hot dogs while they're sharing his cabin, even though Chet's the one who booked the cabins, paying for the cabin, everything, and Roman shows up uninvited, with his whole family. They have two twin daughters that are probably like 10 to 12.
Super creepy.
Yeah,
I would guess more like 8.
Yeah. Oh yeah, maybe you're right. They were tall, but yeah.
Yeah.
And next scene they're grilling lobster, and Chet wanted hot dogs, and he's like, you know what they're made from, right? Lips and asshole.
Yeah, he's very
colorful
speaker here. Yes.
And that's Dan Aykroyd.
He has no filter.
No.
Yes.
They're arguing at dinner between the pontoon boat and getting a jet boat rental the next day.
Yes.
And the kids could hunt fireflies. Kara and Mara are the twins, and they don't like bugs. And he said, well, Dan Aykroyd says, all kids love fireflies. Their butts light up.
Or that.
And they start screaming. Yeah.
Yeah, like hearing that line as kids.
Yeah, I do too. Chet tells a bear story before bed from his and Connie's honeymoon. Chet got a shotgun and fired, and he shaved. There was a bear trying to get into their cabin, and he shaved the hair off the top of the bear's head with the shotgun. So all adults are mad about the story for some reason.
Yeah, because it scared them all. It scared the kids.
And it kind of scared the adults.
Yeah. Too, I don't remember what he says, but Roman says something like, "Oh, your dog was giving me a heart attack."
I think I read it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. It's like
something really funny.
Something about my cholesterol's already through the roof. I don't need this. Yes. It was pretty funny.
It was so funny.
And then Roman tries to comfort his comatose twins, but they're just silent and staring.
They're just laying in bed. This is how they look the whole movie.
Yep. Yep, no expressionless. So he's trying to comfort them by telling them a horrifying story his uncle told him.
Yeah, he's just traumatizing them
further. Yeah,
because he saw Chet talking.
Oh yeah, to his boys.
And so that he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be fatherly like this," but he does not have the same charisma that Chet has,
or the same, care for the. Yeah.
Yes, paternal instincts here. Oh, my cough. I'm sorry.
Raccoons come to take the garbage. That's why I thought it was the coon nest at first. Yes. Yeah, because the raccoons are very prominent in this movie.
They are. They can speak to each other. Yeah. Subtitles.
Yeah.
It's more like a dolphin.
Yeah, that's sorry. So they come and take the garbage, and there's a ton of raw hot dogs in there. And he's like, you know what they're made from, right? And they said the same thing that Roman said before. Lips and yeah. So the twins didn't sleep at all. Their eyes are wide open the whole night. We cut to the next morning. Chet is cleaning up garbage, and the twins laugh at him at Roman scratching his butt with the towel. He's trimming his nose hair while his wife's in the shower. And he's like,
is he on the phone too?
I think so.
He's on a business call.
Yeah, and he's like, well, Chet's kids look like him, like he's like a statue.
Yeah.
And he's like, my kids look at me like I forget what he said.
I don't know, but they're just staring at him.
Like I'm a science experiment or something like that.
He's just
and he's scratching his butt, but he's just wearing a towel, and he's like, and they start giggling. The families rent the speedboat called Suck My Wake. Mm-hmm. And Chet says, this is too much boat. It's too much boat.
Yeah, he wanted a nice, simple day.
Pontoon boat, yeah.
Out together on the lake.
That sounds nice, with snacks and some drinks. And
But not Roman. He wants speed. He wants to show off.
Cool, yeah. So the oldest son skips the boat and goes to cruise town.
He didn't want to ride Suck My Wake.
No. Everyone else is going water skiing, and Roman mistakes Chet's hand signals when he's like trying to show his younger son like what to do when you're water skiing. Yeah. And he's like making hand signals to them on the boat. They're on the dock.
They're like, "What's taking so long?" And he's like, "Just
yeah." And so they take off with Chet somehow on the water skis.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, he wants to go. He's gonna go."
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So water skiing carelessly around on the lake. Chet calls Roman some words, and he thinks that he's saying faster. So it's a certain B word, and he thinks it's faster, not and not a fatherless child. Chet forgets his own advice, and he doesn't let go of the rope.
Yeah, he's telling
his kid about like if he gets in trouble, what do? You let go of the rope, and he's not letting go of the rope. So Chet is so mad he wants to leave because of Roman. And Roman's twins found an abandoned mine they're found in an abandoned mine by the lodge owner. And Roman says that he'll protect them, but he says you got to keep those kids out of there,
He said it's real dangerous.
Yep.
You can't go around here playing down there.
Yep. So both families are off to the lodge to wish a local resident a happy 109th birthday. And they have all the kids posing by the gentleman, and the girl give him a kiss. So they give him a kiss.
Taking pictures.
And the lodge owner comes out. I don't want those kids.
I don't like those kids climbing around on him. They're like,
he
loves it.
Yeah. He's like,
kiss.
He died in the car on the way over. So they propped him up. Yeah. So they propped him up with sunglasses.
We get that Bernie here.
So, because they didn't want to, I guess, spoil the party. I don't know. The boys are playing pool in town, and Buck is the older boy. I finally got his name at this point. Buck accidentally gooses a local girl with a pool cue, and she storms off. And Chet's family drives up to a place to watch bears eat trash, and he puts snacks on the hood of his car, and then is surprised when a bear sits on his car to get the snacks.
Yeah, it says do not feed the bears. He's like, I'll do it anyway.
He can't get the bear off the hood, and he drives with the bear still
away with it.
Because they're there for
everybody else is looking around like, what are you doing?
Yeah. And other cars are like, oh my gosh. Buck goes back to apologize to the girl, who's very cranky.
Yeah, I don't know why he's pursuing this.
I don't either. Let her go.
Yeah, you goose this cranker. Let her be.
You got headaches, with this. Yeah. So Chet and Buck go out on the rowboat at night, and Chet gives Buck a ring that his father gave him.
Nice.
Yes, it's a nice father-son bonding moment. The raccoons are back for the second night. This time they have rocks on the top of the cans, and they put rocks on cans never work, and they still got in. We're back in town again, and we see the girl. Her name is Cammie, and she's working as a waitress. Buck can see Cammie after work if he can find her. She gets off at 8 p.m.
She is playing hard to get.
She is, and it's like a small town. He'll find you.
There's like 3 people in this town.
Unless you're at your house, he's gonna find you. Roman is golfing, and Chet and the kids go go-karting, and then everyone's riding horses, and Chet's horse won't cooperate and runs off. With Annette Bening's laugh, because I forgot to say Annette Bening is Roman's wife in this movie, and she's very young in this movie.
I didn't recognize her. She looks so different.
Yeah. And then she put laugh she has, So Buck finds Cammie at the carnival. Shocker, he tracked her down
at the social event that's happening in the town. The only thing happening in this town.
After the drive-in restaurant where Cammie works is closed.
Yep.
So that's probably the only other thing, and maybe a bait shop. Everyone else is at the Potawatomi Mini Mac Lounge.
I'm glad you commended that, because I was going to say they were at a restaurant.
So it's a lounge. So Chet is losing his mind over Roman. Guys meet Reg, who's been struck by lightning 66 times. 66 times. 66 times. 66 times. Yeah, that's a good job. So they see it. The bartender informs them, if you see Reg running for home, you take cover, because he knows when the lightning is coming.
Yes. Oh, Roman's just being a jerk.
Roman's such a jerk at the bar. He's just he thinks he knows everything about everything. And he's just obnoxious. Roman's wife tells Connie how lonely it is being wealthy and how she barely sees Roman, but she loves the spin cycle on the washer. And have you ever seen Whiter Whites?
Never understood it as a child. Now I understand the joke.
Does that really work? Have you ever seen Whiter Whites? I remember that used to be a big thing with commercials for like laundry detergent. Like, get your whites, they're whitest. You know, yeah. And I just throw all my wash together. I'm terrible. Yeah. I saw a thing the other day that says that's an age marker. Nobody under 40 separates their wash. Buck and Cammy officially are dating for the next 3 days. This is doomed. This is so stupid.
Right. Like,
as a kid, I was like, yeah, they can make it work. And then I'm like, this is dumb.
You're like...
Because this is in Canada, and I think they live in, like, Illinois or something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, there's a whole visa situation that would have to happen here to make this work for these teenagers. I'll have to get a
K1 someday.
Yeah.
Roman's wife comes out of the bedroom screaming, "It touched her! It touched me! It touched me!" And Roman says, "It's been touching her for 12 years and she never freaked!" But it turns out there's a bat in the cabin.
Yes. Yes, there is.
And that's what she meant. The bat touched her. Mm-hmm. So Roman wants Chet to handle it. Shocker. Mm-hmm. It's a 2-pounder. The bat lands on Chet's face and Roman whacks it. And they finally get it out. Yep.
I got
it. And poor Chet's like, oh. So Buck is going to meet Cammy after work at the bait shop.
Gross.
Romantic.
Gross.
Yeah, rendezvous. The whole family, though, goes out to dinner at the Paul Bunyan restaurant. Chet orders the old 96er steak. It's an eating challenge, and if he finishes the whole thing, the party eats for free. And he's like, "Oh, that sounds like fun." And has anybody ever finished it? Oh no, not in my lifetime. No. Not in my lifetime.
Sweet little waitress.
Yeah.
No.
And she seems like visibly scared. Oh no, not in my lifetime. Chet has a whole crowd watching him, and Cammy's already waiting for Buck for some reason. So how late did they leave?
They went to a late dinner, I guess. Yeah. Chet's just slowly working away at this huge steak, so dinner's taking a long time. It doesn't seem to be a time limit either. Like a lot of these eating challenges, you have to. No, it's just if you finish it
within an hour. Yeah, but it's huge. It's huge.
Yeah, and like Buck keeps checking his watch.
Yeah, don't they bring it out on like? It's not even on a plate. It's on like
a carving board.
Like a carving board. Yeah.
It was huge.
That's what the word I was looking for.
And Cammy already has some sort of like trust issue with tourists.
A hot mess. Yeah. I don't know what this.
So he knows that this is going to be trouble.
Yeah, this is going to be bad.
She's going to be peeved.
Chet finishes the steak. Mm-hmm. And the chef informs Roman that Chet isn't done yet. And he's like, "Of course he is. There's nothing left on that plate but gristle and fat." And he's like, and then to Roman, and he's like, "If I can get a couple desserts down him, will you throw in some Paul Bunyan hats for the kids?"
And then they just cut to them walking out of the restaurant with Paul Bunyan hats.
Yes, Paul Bunyan hats.
And he's got a shirt. I ate the whole 96er. There we go.
I haven't. I'm a fraud.
You're a fraud, truly. Still on a throne of lies.
Yes. So Chet is looking horrified again. Yeah, again. Next scene, they're walking out with a 96er shirt draped over.
Yeah, he's just like stumbling out
and guided out by his family.
So sweaty.
Yeah, he's just not. He looks like
Pardon me.
In really bad shape. So Buck gets to the bait shop and Cammy's gone. Oh, sorry, he's on a family vacation. I bet.
Right. Sorry, I went out to dinner with my family.
The one night that they're like going out to eat, so like they're cooking a lot. Yeah, let him have some. Oh. I don't like Cammy. I'm sorry.
Either. She doesn't seem very nice.
No, she's not.
She's cute, but she's not like
she's
something to write
all
home
right,
about.
Cute. Yeah.
That's something to move to Canada for.
No. This is not Pam Anderson here. Raccoons broke into the cabin to get the garbage because they stopped putting it outside because it was getting knocked over every day. And that pushes Chet over the edge.
There's just garbage
everywhere,
all over the cabin.
And he pukes up the whole 96er all over the place. So the next morning they're fishing with leeches as bait. They left so early that all men, it's Buck, the little brother, I don't remember his name.
Yeah, whoever he is.
Chet and Roman are all fishing, but they all fall asleep in the boat because they left like before it was light outside. Yeah. And they wake up covered in leeches. Leeches! Cammy won't talk to Buck, and there's pouring rain outside. He tries calling her restaurant, and she doesn't want to take the call. Even though, like, her supervisor was like, I don't care. Like,
At this point, you've got, like, a day to hang out if you do reconcile.
I know. The adults are all bickering, trying to build a fire. Roman accuses Chet of ruining his vacation, despite them imposing on the Ripleys. Yeah, that was the last thing.
I wouldn't be able to keep my mouth shut.
I wouldn't either. I wouldn't.
If you ever crash my family vacation, I'm letting you know.
There's no way. There's no way. There's a lengthy conversation about blowing things out butts.
Nobody's blowing anything out of their butt.
Yeah.
They don't say butt.
They don't say butt.
They don't say butt.
Roman is ready to leave, but tells Chet about investment opportunity for $25,000.
That's the whole reason I came up here to let you in on this. This is
a sure thing.
Yeah.
So Roman explains that he overheard Chet talking to Kate. I finally got her name. Kate, and that's Annette Benning. Kate and Connie's dad in the bathroom at Roman's wedding, and Chet called Roman crooked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He said, I had a lot to drink that
night.
I don't remember that. I'm so sorry.
Yep. Chet doesn't remember it and apologizes. But Chet will arrange with the bank on Monday to invest.
He's like, yeah, I'll do
it. Move some things around.
He feels bad. He wants to make their family work.
But meanwhile, Connie's looking panicked because that's a ton of money for them. Yeah. Roman drives away then as Kate explains that that's half a year's salary.
She's
and
like,
a lot of money
this
for them.
is just great. Yeah. I'm so happy that we could do this together.
And she wouldn't be surprised if that was Buck and the other one's college money.
Buck and the other one. Whoever he is. Sorry,
What's
child.
What's his name? Sorry. Okay. Okay. That's a lot of money for the Ripleys. Roman abruptly turns around and gets back to the cabin and explains.
Kate's like, what's going on? Why are we turning around?
Roman explains that his family is broke and Roman is a fraud, and Kate is shocked because she didn't know either.
Mm-hmm,
He rips up the check. He also made up the wedding story, the comment at the wedding stories, to try to get Chet guilted into investing.
Trying to swindle him out of the money.
And he knew Chet would help family, so that's why he did that. So Kate notices that the twins are missing as a storm rages outside, and the girls are trying to go back to the mine in the rain for some reason.
I think they were just out exploring, and then they saw the mine, and they're like, let's go in here because it's raining.
Yeah. But they had like all of 10 minutes to do that. Like, I don't know. And these aren't the most outdoorsy girls either. Like, why are they going and exploring so much?
They had some nice little 90s or 80s raincoats on.
Yeah, they did. Okay. So the twins find the mine and they slip and slide down the mine shaft. They slip and they slide all the way down to the bottom.
They're stuck.
Yeah, they're stuck. They can't get back up again. Chet and Roman go looking and they find the mine shaft. Roman goes down to help the girls after being coaxed to by Chet. Chet's like,
these are your kids.
You gotta go down. Because Chet's not in any shape to be like going down. Like, Roman's in better shape out of the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
And they're his kids. Like, he doesn't want to go down there.
But he's scared. But he does it because he loves his girls.
Yeah. And he finds the girls sitting on boxes of old, wet dynamite.
Yeah, it's just like floating around in the pool down there.
Great.
Oh, we gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
And Chet ran off to get a rope.
Chet goes to get a rope as Roman and the girls climb up the mine shaft. But a bear is also at the bottom of the mine, unknown to Roman and the twins.
Uh-huh.
So Roman and the girls head back to the cabin, but they don't run into Chet somehow. Chet's trying to bring this rope back.
Yeah, he finally comes back after they've already left the mine. They've emerged.
But they didn't cross paths in the woods.
Yeah.
And Chet arrives at the mine with the rope and manages to pull the bear up the mine shaft.
He throws it down. I'm going to pull you up now.
Come on, Roman. You got to help out on this. You're so heavy. You're not doing anything.
Yes.
So the bear that he pulls up is a bald-headed bear.
From his story.
It's the same bear. So Chet
have a history.
Yes. Chet runs back to the cabin, and no one is aware that a bear really did follow him. The bear breaks down the door.
And he's like all breathless.
Big bear. Yeah, big bear. And they're all laughing about it. The bear breaks down the door and crushes Chet and comes into the cabin, terrorizing everybody. The manager from the lodge somehow knows. Yep. And comes in, shoots the bear in the butt with a shotgun lamp. That was loaded the whole time. And now the bear has a bald head and a bald butt. And the twins thank Uncle Chet for the trip. Buck is at the dock and apologizes to Cammy, and they kiss goodbye. I know.
See you never.
I could have gone without ever seeing Cammy again.
Yes, the side story was
unnecessary. Roman tells Chet that he'll race him home as Chet laughs, "He'll race me home." And Connie informs Chet that she invited Roman's family to stay with them until they get on their feet. You better hurry up. He's going to get the good spot in the garage. So we end with everyone dancing at the lodge, even though we were headed home.
Yep. Back to
as credits roll. And I said, is this clips from the 109th birthday?
Yeah.
Party. I think it is. So the last scene then is raccoons commenting on the bear sitting in the lake, bald on both ends now. But, yep. That's a good movie.
That is a good movie. I have always loved this movie.
Me too. This is like my staple for the summer.
Yes, it's my favorite John Candy movie.
I know. I think this is the first John Candy movie I saw. I was thinking about this the other day. Aside from like Home Alone, where he's just a bit part.
Yeah.
I think this is my first like full John Candy movie that I saw.
I love this one.
Yeah, you love him. Love it. He's great. And then like this movie is just gold. And then you got Dan Aykroyd.
Oh my gosh, yeah, he's awful, but he's great.
And Dan Aykroyd is so different from any other role that he's played in this.
Yes.
You never see him as like the jerk. Like he's always just like the bumbling nice guy, kind of quiet, you know.
Yeah.
And he's great. He did a great job. You can really see like his acting job.
He like leaned in.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. He did a great job. So, how many squirrels would you give it?
0.
Yeah. I love this movie too.
Every moment.
I was very excited. I remember when we watched this movie because I'm like, okay, it's one that I wanted to see in its entirety for a while.
I remember being really excited about the carnival scene.
Yeah.
Like, something about seeing carnival.
I liked seeing carnivals
as a child.
Too.
Like, it was just like, a carnival.
Because we wanted to go to the carnival.
Yes. And whenever it came to town, it was like a big to do.
Yeah,
so then seeing one was like, oh.
And now I don't think I'd ride on a carnival ride if I had a chance because they scare me.
Don't do it.
And if you're like us, you saw 2020 in the early 90s about carnival rides.
That's a whole other side note.
That is a traumatizing...
There was an episode of 2020.
That made me not even want to ride amusement park rides for a while.
Oh gosh.
But now
we were traumatized. We can clearly remember every scene in
I can't find it anywhere. I can't find it anywhere on the internet, but I clearly remember it. Yeah.
It was awful.
Yes. Absolutely.
Horrifying.
And it made me never want to ride like rides again. And then I just narrowed it down now to carnival rides because they're breaking down and building up all the time.
Yeah. So
amusement park ride has more safety standards, but you never know. Yeah. She just got back from Disney not long ago too.
I did. Yeah. I didn't think about it there. It's the happiest place on earth.
You trust them. You trust them.
I trust Disney. I don't know that I trust the Carney.
Would you trust like an overseas Disney?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yes,
I think I would trust European
Disney,
Disney, but I don't know how far away, like, the standards in other... But then again, you hear about how, like, standards in other countries are, like, now, like, better than ours. Yeah, so you never know.
That's true.
Maybe I would trust them
It's
more.
Also, like, Disney's still responsible, so it'd be bad for them.
It would be bad publicity, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to trust it.
Okay.
We got off on a tangent.
Sorry about that.
The Great Outdoors.
The Great Outdoors is a great movie.
1,000,000 thumbs up.
If you've never seen it, please check it out.
Oh my gosh, it's great.
Fantastic.
And I think it is underrated. I don't think a lot of people
No, I don't think a lot of people know about this movie. My family hadn't ever seen it. Even my husband hadn't seen it before.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah.
So funny.
It is it's such a great movie. So I would give a 0 score rating as well, I think. Yeah, I was very excited. So is there any things that you wanted to
I don't remember.
Is this the movie where they filmed, like, there's a movie with Kevin Bacon this is a John Hughes movie, isn't it?
I don't know.
I want to say it is, but maybe it's not.
Maybe.
They were filming this movie and also, like, a Kevin Bacon movie at the same time, and, like, he was, like, they were having like a bunch of random celebrities like comment at the end of that movie. It was like I think She's Having a Baby, I think is what it's called. And at the end, like they're giving like their advice or something like that. And one of them is John Candy. And if you look, he's wearing his outfit from this because they were filming this set, at the time.
In the same location.
Well, it wasn't the same location. No, but they wanted him to be like one of the commentators. And,
I gotcha.
Yeah. So, but I think there's something like that. I might be wrong. I might have it mixed up with Trains, Planes, and Automobiles, but I think it was this.
I don't know.
But yeah.
But yeah, you should definitely check it out.
Especially if you're a John Candy fan, which he's fantastic.
It's a great summer watch.
Absolutely. It's nice. It gets you ready for vacation too if you're going on a family vacation. But we thank you for joining us for another Sisters and Ebert Monday movie. And we will ask you to please follow us on our Instagram and Facebook pages and our YouTube page, which is the same name at Sisters and Ebert. And please like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. Have you seen this movie? Do you like it? Did you think it was, do you disagree with us? Whatever. I can't imagine if you did. But please don't. But we thank you, and we'll see you next week at the movies.